How to land a mid-term rental insurance contract. Well, first of all, that is the million-dollar question. That if there was just one way to do it, then everybody would be doing it. But what adds a lot of nuances is that there's multiple ways for you to land these contracts. But there are these true and tested places where you should at least start to then at least be found, because they cannot flow you if they can't find you. And by they, I mean the insurance companies themselves. But keep in mind that this is how the insurance companies work. An insurance company like Allstate, State Farm, Travelers, you name it, are typically working with relocation companies. And these relocation companies, there are multiple out there. There are some local ones, there are some that work nationwide, and you've heard of the names. There's some that are in your local market, and some of them are national temporary relocation providers and slash corporations that do just that on a day-to-day. Their job is to find families who are policy homeowners, right? Who are in need of a home because they're displaced due to a disaster of some kind, or unforeseen event. It could be a pipe burst, it could be water damage, it could be a fire. I mean, there are multiple instances that range from level of severity. Now, they are looking for homeowners, and the question that you should be asking is not how to land a contract, but how I can be found. That is the true question. Here are some couple areas where you should at least exist so that you can be found. Number one is Airbnb. You want to make sure you're on Airbnb because it's one of the largest OTAs in the world, really. When it comes to trying to book temporary housing that's fully furnished, people know to go to Airbnb. People, including families themselves who might be looking, who then have to find the place, and then their insurance company will reimburse them, or even the relocation specialist. That's where they hang out. But then don't stop there. Go to Furnish Finder. The name in itself says it, Furnished Finder. And again, this is not so much an OTA, but this is a place that at least connects homeowners or home operators with those who are looking and seeking for homes. And that's also a great way for you to get the contact information, which I've said in many other videos as well, that your contact is actually more important than landing the contract, because the contact will bring in, therefore, many more contracts once you've turned that contact and turned it into a relationship. So Furnish Finder is a great one for that. Zillow Rental Manager. You want to make sure you're out there. A lot of people go on Zillow to see what rentals are available. A lot of people, including homeowners and the relocation specialist. Corporate Housing by Owner, that's another one that you want to make sure that you check out. And then, of course, there are the databases that you need to exist, which there are plenty. You should look at temporary housing providers, THD, CRS, Temporary Housing Solutions, ALE Solutions, one of the number ones. You've probably heard a few of them, but you can actually go ahead, and I include in one of my other videos how you can actually reach out aggressively if you're into that. Make sure you check out the video that says how you can learn how to actually find these relocation specialists and find other companies as well that do the same. So you want to make sure you are found in order for you to land a contract. And then once you're able to get a contact that will reach out to you, then you name your terms, you name your price, you name your fees, and then you write the contract. If it's through Airbnb, you can book directly there. Then when it's time to extend, I would recommend bringing it in-house because you want to foster that relationship long-term. And there's ways that you can actually do that. Take that booking off platform. And then for the other ones is you want to make sure you're just foundable, searchable. Make sure you're on Google. Make sure that maybe you do have a website as well, but maybe that is not the priority because people are not just looking for your website. So I would leverage first the online travel agencies like VRBO, Airbnb, you name it, and then the databases where you need to exist in for them to continue to be able to find you. When they do find you, you hold on to that relationship and you foster it. You water that plant. All right. Speaking of watering plants, what would water our flowers and plants is if you hit the subscribe button and share this with a friend who's trying to get into the mid-term rental insurance space, and make sure that all of you, including yourself, should you choose to share this with someone, opt in and make sure you get your mid-term rental insurance blueprint. It is free, completely free, and will help you how to land many more contracts. And there is strength in landing the right contact to those, then being able to land many contracts. So make sure you grab the blueprint. That is one contact point you'll definitely want to have with us, because we specialize in mid-term rental insurance contracts, building relationships, and we want you to also do the same. Cheers.